So first of all, we will start with composition of cream. So what is cream? Cream is the fat-rich portion of the milk. By separating the cream, we can try to separate most of the fat from the milk. Usually, the type of cream or the classification of cream is based on the amount of fat we are extracting from the milk or the amount of fat the particular type of cream is containing. For an example, mainly cream can be classified into two categories as per its uses. The first category is the market cream, which is used for direct consumption, and next one is the manufacturing cream, which is used for manufacture of different dairy product or standardization of milk and other processes in the dairy plant. After this, cream can also be classified as the table cream, light cream and coffee cream. All of these three type of cream containing 20 to 25% of milk fat. When we move forward, we found whipping cream and heavy cream. These type of cream containing 30 to 40% of the milk fat. And when we move towards the plastic cream, this contains 65 to 85% of the milk fat. And remember that when we prepare butter from the cream or by the creamery butter method, which is mainly used in the industry or in the pre-startification method, the cream we generally use is of the 30 to 35% of the milk fat, which belong to heavy cream or whipping cream category. Okay, at this concentration of the milk fat or percentage of milk fat, the fat losses in the butter manufacturing or churning is the minimum. That's why we use the whipping cream or heavy cream for the preparation of butter in the industry. Now moving forward, the microbiological quality of cream is similar to that of milk first, but cream have more problems later on due to storage and distribution. The major problem with the cream or any fat is dairy product is the lipolytic activity showing bacteria and other microorganisms. Because lipolytic activity when take place into the food product, they will distort, or we can say that disintegrate the structure of fat present in the particular food product, and we can say that hamper its flavor and texture or produce off flavors in the cream and other fat-rich dairy products. So we have to keep an intense care on decreasing the lipolytic bacteria count or proteolytic bacteria count in the particular cream and other fat-rich dairy product. When we talk about cream, the mainly microorganisms which are psychotrophic in nature, that grow mostly in the low temperature area, are Pseudomonas, Alkaligens, Acetobacter, Aeronomas and Acronobacter species. When we talk about the mesophilic bacteria, they are mainly Cronibacterium, Bacillus, Micrococcus, Lactobacillus and Staphylococcus species, and these are similar to the bacteria which grow in the milk also. So that's why the most of the microbial growth in the cream and milk are similar, but again we have to keep an intense eye on the growth of lipolytic or proteolytic bacterial growth. Okay, then cream can also be contaminated by Listeria monocytogen, which is the important pathogen which causes the disease known as listeriosis. That's why we have to pasteurize the cream effectively. The pasteurization of cream temperature mainly ranges to 80 degrees Celsius for 25 seconds. This is the general temperature for the pasteurization of cream. It will depend, as you all know, that pasteurization is a time and temperature combination. So if we increase the temperature of the pasteurization, then its time will reduce. So this can be depended on the type of pasteurization we are using for the cream. After that, Staphylococcus aureus can also be contaminated cream, but it will generally grow below 7 degrees Celsius, or it is a psychotrop. So this is the general microorganism which can grow into the cream. After that, when we talk about chemistry of cream, the general composition of cream is mentioned here. Okay, and when we talk about the general composition of cream, the cream generally contain 68% of moisture. Okay, in the case I am talking in the case of if the cream contain 25% of fat. Okay, and it will contain around 2.5% of protein. This is the general composition, and around 3.1% of lactose. So this is the general composition of cream when we talk about the main constituents of the milk. Okay, so and as the fat content increases, the moisture content already reduces. Okay, And when we talk about the fat percentage is 48%, then moisture will drop to 51%, and other constituent will not vary significantly. It will be 1.6 to 1.9% protein, and in the case of lactose it will be also similar, around 3.4%. So this is the general composition, which depends on the type of cream we are making on the basis of its fat percentage. Okay. Then we talk about the important procedures in the cream. The major procedure is the pasteurization. We already discussed, to inactivate the enzymes and extend the shelf life of the cream. After that, as per the uses of cream, the processes will further increase. Sometimes we need the neutralization of cream in the butter manufacturing to reduce the acidity of the cream. Apart these two, ensuring the texture of butter is proper and the loss of fat in the buttermilk is the minimum. So that's why the processes we implement depends on the further uses of cream we are taking in the plant. Okay. And we already discussed the microorganism effect on the cream. After that, as I said, lipolytic activity should be stopped. So apart from microorganism, this activity can also be done due to the exposure to the oxygen, and leads to rancidity, which is oxidative lipolytic activity or rancidity. Okay. Apart from this, if we expose the cream for a long time to the light or the moisture, then also the lipolytic action can be taken place in the presence of enzyme known as lipase. Basic chemistry with the help of their processing methods. Okay, so this is all about today's session. I hope this session will be helpful for you, and we will meet in another session. Thank you.